Hey, everybody, it's Doug Green, and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News. And I'm very pleased to have with me today Jeff McCullough, who's the Vice President of Sales for NetAlly. Jeff, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks, Doug. Great to be here.
Well, I think this is a first time for me. I don't think we've done a podcast yet on the company NetAlly. And we're also going to be talking about something that I guess the Gartner group has been talking about too, the CIO challenge, the CIO agenda. And then on our own here today on our podcast, we're going to be talking about how your company, NetAlly, is helping partners help the CIO walk through that CIO agenda. But before we get started on that, Jeff, could you just give us a big overview of what NetAlly is?
Sure. Happy to. So NetAlly is a company that actually has roots, 30-year roots, right? Spun out of several companies. Most people know Fluke and are aware of Fluke. NetAlly is actually a spin out of ultimately Fluke, and NetAlly offers products that help customers identify, diagnose, test, validate, and secure infrastructure, both wired and wireless, from the core to the edge, in companies of small SMB size all the way up to the largest of enterprise customers. We're the tool that lots of IT network engineers grab when they are trying to solve tough challenges, when they're trying to understand the physical infrastructure, the wireless infrastructure, and strategize on deployments and delivering those solutions inside their organizations.
So how would you describe or how would you define the CIO agenda? What does that mean?
Well, the CIO agenda, as you mentioned, it's something that Gartner will talk about and refers to the CIO agenda. I use the term, or have somewhat borrowed the term, to really talk about what I think of are the top challenges that CIOs face, as well as their top priorities, right? And it's really about a balance, right? How do customers balance the priorities that they have? What are the things that they're most focused on achieving, the business goals that they have, while handling the challenges, the headwinds, the things that slow down their progress, that are obstacles for them to overcome in achieving their business objectives. And so for me, the CIO agenda is really, it's balancing the priorities and the challenges, and ultimately helping customers, especially executive level customers, with the solutions they need to address both.
And so let's dive into that, because you guys at NetAlly are making a very interesting statement, which is you're interested in what those CIO challenges are, and you're specifically interested in empowering your partners to help those CIOs to walk through those challenges successfully.
Yeah, and so let's start with kind of the priorities, right? If you look at, and I spend a lot of time looking at all of the CIO surveys for 2025, as we're getting ready for the new calendar year. You'll find lots of CIO surveys, right? What's top of mind for CIOs in the year ahead? What are the biggest challenges that CIOs are facing? What are their big priorities? And so if I kind of go through all of them, Gartner, Forrester, Forbes, you go through the long list, right? You find lots of surveys. You're going to come up with really sort of some big themes, right? You'll hear across the board focus on cybersecurity. You'll hear across the board delivering great customer experience, meaning internal customer experience, delivering a great IT user or employee experience inside the company. They'll talk about delivering application modernization and infrastructure modernization at a faster pace, delivering innovation and operational efficiency is a big priority. And so you see these themes showing up across all of these CIO surveys in various positions, kind of top 10, top 15, but they're all in there, right? And so you look at those priorities, right? What are they trying to get done? And then you also look at, you'll see in similar surveys or in the same surveys, the challenges that they face, right? What are the obstacles that they have? Certainly across all those surveys, you'll see workforce. skills and capabilities, right? Are the teams, the people they have, capable of delivering the solutions that they're being asked to deliver? They'll talk about the budget challenges, right? Being stressed to deliver the same level of capability and service to the organization, but under a tighter budget or a shifting budget because so much is being put into AI and AI infrastructure investments. And we can talk more about that. But certainly budgets are a big challenge that CIOs face. And then just the pace of execution, right? We're well past the recognition that the CIO has a vested interest in the business outcomes of the organization, right? They're a stakeholder. Today's modern CIO is a stakeholder in all the business outcomes that any company is delivering today. And the execution, the speed of execution to be able to deliver is just relentless on CIOs as they look at the speed of application changes, the move to mobile, the ability to deliver services to paying customers quickly and efficiently, and use that as a competitive differentiation is never been more pronounced. So, you've got these great priorities, you've got these really tough obstacles. And, for me, in terms of how we go position what we do, where we bring value, it's really around how can we help you address the challenges to accelerate the priorities, right? And so when we talk about skills of your people, give them tools that'll give them more skills, put more capability in their hands. When we talk about the pace of innovation, the pace of execution, create faster time to results with your information. Give employees the ability to solve problems faster. Reduce your trouble ticket lengths. When there's problems reported, reduce the time it takes those problems to be resolved. If you're trying to deploy AI projects faster, well, you know what? Why don't you have better tools in hand that will allow you to identify network outages, network performance issues, bottlenecks in your infrastructure, wireless dead spots in your environment that are preventing customers from getting the outcome, your IT customers from getting the outcomes they need. And so for us, it's all about equipping the IT organization with the tools they need to be successful to really drive the CIO agenda.
So let's maybe connect the dots. You are identifying this as a specific NetAlly partner opportunity.
Yeah, well, it's important for everybody to know we are 100% channel organization. Everything we do is through our partners. We do not do any business direct. We don't renew renewals direct. We don't sell products direct. We work exclusively with our value partner network. And so partners are our entree into the market. And we believe strongly in the role and capabilities of partners in the organization because they deliver the results that our customers really are looking for. When we look at the capabilities that partners bring, what partners have in terms of their skills, their ability to deliver solutions to customers, as well as the ability to attach our products into the infrastructure they're already selling, our partners really represent a great way for customers to purchase products as well as to get the best selection of tools and capabilities that they can bring to the table. And from a partner value standpoint, it allows you to grow the product or the sale, the portfolio that you're selling to the customer. We're super sticky. Customers that buy our products typically come back and buy more of our products. And so we see customers continue to grow. And so when you sell NetAlly products to customers, you're not just selling it one time and going away. You're going to come back and sell them more products, whether it's for new locations, whether it's outfitting more of their people. So, for partners, we think our value proposition in terms of selling a value story, first and foremost, right, addressing the CIO agenda helps you differentiate yourself. And then we think the products, both in terms of the profitability we help drive, the revenue top line growth we help you drive, and then the stickiness and the continuation of the product sales long term are all really great benefits for partners in selling our products.
And you guys seem to be, by doing this at the CIO level, you're really taking a very different approach, I think, to basically selling products. That you're really taking kind of almost a global approach in the company.
Well, for sure, for sure. And I'd say this year, or the year coming up, especially 2025, is going to be a really big pivot year for us. We've been very successful, again, selling our products to customers who need them, typically when they have a problem. Usually, as I said, they'll grab one of our products when they have an issue, but we solve a very tactical sort of function have traditionally served a tactical function within an IT organization's bag of tools. But we really see that as underselling the potential for how customers can utilize our products, especially when you look at large organizations. One of the really great parts of our offering is our Link Live platform. Link Live is a web-based platform that connects all of our devices. And so when you think about deploying a NetAlly handheld device to an IT worker, it's not just that user using that product in isolation. They actually connect into the entire infrastructure of that customer's devices. So if you have a customer with 100 of our handheld devices across the organization globally, I can see all of that into a single console, a single view of the organization, all of the infrastructure, all of the users. I can take remote control of any of those devices. It's a powerful platform that really brings this distributed organization of IT workers, frontline IT workers, brings them all together into a centralized location so that you can I have a tiered approach of frontline workers doing the tactical work, and then knowledge workers sitting in headquarter locations using that data to really help isolate and understand what's happening real time in your environment. And so Link Live's it's a differentiated platform, and it really changes us from just so to speak, a handheld network test tool to really an enterprise discovery, diagnostic, and ultimately security tool, including our CyberScope product, which brings cyber tools into our portfolio and allows for real-time cybersecurity, interrogation, inspection of devices that show up into an environment. So we think the product is differentiated. We think the value selling is the right way to go position the products. And for customers, large customers, it's a great way to introduce tactical tools that your frontline users can work to get insights and take action quickly, but also bring it up to a global level to see holistically how the organization is operating and what trends you're seeing from a global standpoint.
Jeff, as we close out our podcast, I think you even have with you today a couple of products. You were showing them to me just before we began.
Yeah. So for those who aren't familiar with the NetAlly portfolio, this is one of our products, Link Runner 3000. This is one of our entry-level products. Provides focus on wired testing and analysis. So both for typical copper as well as fiber. I have another product here, which is our top of the line product. This is the CyberScope. Again, does wired and wireless up to 10 gig fiber, as well as Wi-Fi, includes spectrum analysis. It can do Wi-Fi mapping. And then it also has cybersecurity tools. So it does intelligent discovery and then actually can test and evaluate devices that show up on the network and test for security and vulnerability on those devices real time. These are mobile devices. Users can take them, deploy them. You can deploy them in an organization, and IT workers can take them right to the edge of the network to test and evaluate devices, whether it's in a branch location, a remote location, factory locations, out on the shop floor. So it really empowers frontline workers with the tools that create create insight quickly and really drive fast time to results, solve problems quickly, identify challenges and issues, and allow the business of IT to get on with the priorities.
Jeff, I really want to thank you for joining me today. You've taken us on a journey from the CIO to the frontline worker, from the edge network right into the middle. So I want to thank you very much indeed. Where can we learn more about NetAlly and how you can help achieve the CIO agenda in 2025?
Yeah, come check us out at netally.com. For partners, we have a partner portal as well. If you're not a partner, certainly fill out an application. We're happy to entertain new partners. And for existing partners, certainly you come look at our assets. We've got a lot of training materials available for partners to come understand and learn about our products. And for any customers that are interested, we have a wealth of information for you on the entire portfolio, where it fits into your organization. And any of our partners would be happy to work with you on questions and help you understand more about our solutions.
Jeff, I want to thank you very much indeed for joining me today. I know this isn't going to be our last podcast. I look forward to learning more.
Awesome. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate it.